everyone, welcome back to Technique of the Week. Kevin Shillo from Pitt Campus Recreation, and this time we're going to go through a time under tension workout. So we have 5 exercises. Some are going to be held isometric. So for example, if we did a squat, you're going to go down to your squat form and you're just going to hold at the point of tension, which I'll go over for each of these exercises. You're going to hold that for a given amount of time, and the length of time that you do it and the time that you rest is going to depend on your intensity and your skill level as we work our way through. So we have 5 exercises. It's going to be a full body workout. There's a level 1 option and a level 2 option. Some are going to be done isometric, meaning you're standing still, and then at the end we're going to do some for reps, actual movement, getting those muscles moving in a full range of motion to finish off. You'll do this workout 2 to 3 rounds through, and the key thing here, whenever we're doing actual repetitive motion like weightlifting or something we're moving like push-ups, squats, jumps, every time there's repetitions involved, it's easier to focus on your breathing, right? So each time you would do the movement, that's your breath in, your breath out. When you're holding isometric, if you're new to this, you're going to want to hold your breath. That's not good. So make sure if you're in a low squat and you're in a low position of a push-up and you're holding that and all the muscles are shaking and burning, if you find yourself holding your breath, make sure you take that big breath in through your nose, out the mouth. Even breathe with your stomach, with your diaphragm. That'll help keep you relaxed while keeping the right muscles tense that need to be tense. And you can make it through that time period for your workout. Okay? So all you need for this is just open space, and you have the option once again of a backpack or something to add a little bit of weight for some of the movements. Let's check out the workout. Okay, here is level 1 and level 2 for our tension training. We have the squat, the mountain climber with a pause, push-up, low bird dog, and modified burpee level 2. We can add weight for the squat, take a lower position for our mountain climber, hit our forward lean for the push-up, go with a high bird dog off the knee, and a full burpee, which I will be explaining in this video. Each of these, you pick the time that you want to do the work. For example, you can do 45 seconds for one exercise, rest for 30, then move on to the next one, 45, rest for 30. When you get more advanced, you can simply eliminate the rest in between and only rest at the end of the full round, or you can increase the length of the workout. Let's get started. Okay, so for the squat, level 1, your feet are shoulder width. Weight's going to be pushing through the heels, chest up nice and tall. Now as you bend, if you're just starting out with this, as soon as you start to bend your knees, the muscles are under tension. If that's good enough burn for you to go for the duration of time, that's fine, hold it right there. But as you progress, the lower you get with your squat, the harder it is, more difficult, more pressure is put on the muscles. So just like any standard squat we do, we're trying to get our upper leg to parallel with the ground, 90-degree bend with the knee. So if you can squat all the way down, the weight's pushing through the heels, chest is tall, and we're just going to hold. So you're holding, you're breathing, pushing through your heels. If it becomes too much, stand up, let the timer still run, take about a 5-second shakeout, and then get right back to it, keeping that clock going. But your goal is to try to make it through the entire length of time that you set, holding that squat isometrically. Level 2, you would throw on your backpack or add any type of weight that you might have. And now the same rule applies. You're going down to your squat form and just breathing through. Nice big breaths, helps with that muscle burn. And if it gets too much, you stand up, quick shake, timer's still going, and you're right back to it. Or you're trying to make it through that whole length of time. Okay, for the mountain climbers. Level 1, we're going to do this with every third is going to get a quick stick. So as I'm driving, one knee up, 1, 2, 3, hold. 2, 2, 3, hold. 1, 2, stick. 1, 2, stick. So every third, you're just giving that slight, quick isometric hold, keeping your core tight, everything tenses, the weight's still on your arm. Then you go 1, 2, 3, hold. 1, 2, 3, hold. That's your level 1 for the mountain climber. For level 2, you're going to add a bend in those elbows. Trying to go down 90 degrees, almost like you're doing a push-up, and your knee's going to come to the outside of the elbow. So it's almost going to look like a Spider-Man push-up, bringing that knee up to the side. But as you're holding, elbows bent 90 degrees, your knees come right beside the elbow, still sticking every third. So here's my bend. 1, 2, hold. 1, 2, hold. 1, 2, hold. 1, 2, hold. This is a little more difficult. Make sure when you're holding your body straight, your hips aren't sagging. So you got the arms bent, nice straight low push-up position, knees swinging to the outside, sticking every third. This is very advanced, so take your time as you work your way through. Okay, for the push-up, you can start this on your knees. On your knees, modify with the hips forward. You're going down, arms are 90 degrees, and you're holding and you're breathing. Nice isometric. If you need to take a break, same thing with the squat, you can come back up, about 5 seconds. Clock's still running, and you're holding. Next level up, we're just simply off the knees. So hands and feet, down to 90, hold and breathe. And if you need the break, you come back up, but that clock is trying to make it through the whole duration. If you want one level advanced, as you see on the workout, we have the forward lean written. So what that is, you're in your standard push-up position, hands under the shoulders. I rock forward. So now my shoulders are over my hands. Here, they're right above the hands. Bring my shoulders over, and then I bend. So I'm holding, and I'm way more forward than I should be. This is standard push-up. This is where I am. So I'm trying to hold, feeling like I'm about to fall forward. Extremely advanced. If you want to give it a try, go ahead. When you go forward, that takes the pressure away from just the chest and the tricep and more towards the anterior delt of the shoulder. Give that one a try. Okay, for your bird dog, we have two options. Number one, you're in a tabletop position, hands and knees. If my left hand extends, my right leg is going to also extend. So I have then my right hand on the floor and left knee on the floor. So leg and arm straight. For this, a mirror is your best friend. You don't want to be tilted. You don't want to be too high or too low. So the arm and the leg straight out, both locked. Keep your core stable for the full amount of time. Then other side holding it tight for the full time. When you go advanced, we're off the knee and we're just on the foot. You may want to take, if you're doing it for 60 seconds, you may want to cut it in half. 30 one side, 30 the other, until you build it up. But for this one, high push-up position, right leg, and then the left hand comes straight. And you're trying to hold. After your time, come down, other leg up, other hand up. So you're trying to maintain that balance, keeping the core tight. You have to rest for a second and then go right back to it. But that is your bird dog. Okay, and once we've hit all of these isometric movements, the last one we do to complete round one is our actual movement in motion. So now we get the full burpee. We have modified level 1 and our full straight arm burpee level 2. So for level 1, you can bring those hands down, step both feet back, both feet up, all the way back up. Hands, both feet back, step, up, step, and full. When you progress, now we can bounce both feet at the same time, ending in your squat. Hands down, both feet up, there's your squat. Hands together, together, chest up tall. Hands together, together, chest up tall. Modified burpee. And finally our level 2, keeping the arms straight, both hands down, both legs jump back, together, and there's your jump. So we got our full straight arm burpee, down, back, in, down, back, in. Keeping it steady, trying to get a good, smooth, controlled pace, because you're going to keep in mind, even though this isn't isometric, you're still going for the full length of time that you set. Okay, there you have it. That is your time under tension workout. You have 5 exercises, level 1 and level 2. You pick the time. You can start out 30 to 45 seconds of work for the first exercise. Give yourself a rest, 20 to 30 seconds. Then go number 2 and rest, and so on. As you get more advanced, before you switch from level 1 to level 2, try to increase the time and decrease the rest. So let's say you do level 1, time, rest, time, rest. Still stick with level 1, but now you try doing maybe 45 or 60 seconds, either 10, 15 second rest or no rest. Hitting each exercise, you only rest at the end of the 5 out of the full round. Once you get to that point, you shouldn't really be holding these or doing these longer than 60 seconds, especially with no rest. If you're able to go beyond 60 seconds, that simply means you're now in such good shape that you need to change the intensity of the exercise. So now you can switch to level 2. and you may be right back down to 30 seconds. Give that rest and alternate before you eventually can hit a minute straight from one right down to the rest. So play with your time, still practicing those work to rest ratios. We have our isometric training, don't forget to breathe. We finish up with that full range of motion burpee to really keep the heart and the lungs pumping, and now take the muscles that we've used isometrically and actually let them move in motion. Good luck, and we'll see you next time.